Good morning and welcome to Seekonk High School for our second and final day for the 12 and under session here. Beautiful January morning, frigid once again, warm inside at the pool. Should be another fast day of swimming. Alongside Chris Mannion, I am Jeremy Abreu from Gators. Going to be bringing you all of the action here this morning. Typically on day two is always the day where the voice starts to show some weakness. So we're going to try and soldier through this thing. I'm used to 3-day meets, so this is only two. We welcome everybody who's out there. Again, we got Crimson, Executive, and Gators. Gators North. We got multiple branches from Crimson. We have Executive with us. We're excited to have you all. I usually ask about my sound and video, but Adam Wienert's already checking in for me. Thank you, Adam, and you're welcome. So it looks like you can hear us okay. Timers are here. Parent volunteers are ready. Raised here. Coaches, officials, swimmers, you name it. I try and give props to all of the parent volunteers that I know. Bethany Rossi, Melissa Hughes, Rebecca Gravlin, Jay Lee making an appearance. Jay Lee in the house. Jane House. Kelly Hardison. Courtney Trin. Who else is here? Obviously, we got Chris Mannion with me. Yeah, Adam, sorry for my loss last night. But, Jim Erickson is here as well. I went into last night, folks. I think I told many of you, I mentioned this a few times on the broadcast. I didn't have any expectations for last night. I figured the Patriots would get beat. I didn't know they were going to get slaughtered, but I figured they would get beat. Tough. Now I know. Hey, now I know what it's like to be a Jets fan. But here we go. Swimmers are lined up. First event is going to be the girls. Event 33, girls 12 and under 200-yard freestyle. We'll have 9 heats of that, so nothing like starting off with a 200 for all of our lovely kids on this beautiful meet morning. So officials are ready. The swimmers are lined up. We got a full complement of swimmers in this first heat. So I think we're just waiting for, oh no, they're all there. All 6 swimmers are here. Stephanie, it's funny, Hannah came over. I know I keep butchering your last name. She's like, my last name is Diaz. I'm like, I know, that's what I'm saying. All right, so hold on. Okay, so you're seeing, you're going to see something a little different on the screen here today. We're messing around with a few things. I told you we had a surprise coming. This should help everyone greatly. Let's go over the lane assignments first. So Louisa McDonald in lane 1, Gwen DeLuca in 2, Carolina Self in lane 3, Evie DeLuca in lane 4, Anna Kayak in 5, Kaya Demers in lane 6. So, we'll see. Again, I told you I'm working on some things for sure. Like I said, we're working on some interesting graphics things for everyone. So this first race, they may not show up, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be having them in our second race, and then. So we'll keep an eye on that. But Louisa McDonald leading the way right now in lane 1. She's 10 years old from Crimson. Kaya Demers is running second right now, so we have our bookends leading the way on the outside. So lanes 1 and lane 6 leading the way right now. They're almost simultaneous turns there. So again, McDonald in 1, DeLuca in 2, Self in 3, DeLuca in 4, Kanik in 5, and Demers in 6. So we're coming in on, let's see, this is 150, so we got 50 to go. Rocking and rolling here, McDonald and Demers leading the pack. So Stephanie, I thought I was saying the Diaz name properly. I don't think I was. I am. So I think phonetically, I think I need to remember D-I-E -S. Diaz. Tell me if I'm correct on that. Again, I'm very open to criticisms on pronunciations because I need to always get those right. So Kaya Demers, while we're talking about pronunciation, she'll take it. We don't have graphics. No, this, Chris, go to. Okay, there we go. So we got Kaya Demers came in first, McDonald second, Self third. So soft touch there in lane 2. So you'll see, bear with us as we work through these graphics, and especially okay, so heat 2. All right, so there we go, folks. We get some graphics for you. An on-screen clock, event and heat in the top left-hand corner. We are ready to go. So we've definitely made some upgrades to the broadcast, as you saw. Let me get you the lane assignments here, and you probably saw them on the screen. Caroline Richards in 1, Claire Getman in 2, Hannah Diaz in lane 3. Hopefully I said it right. Yasmin Jenny in 4, Olivia Soden in 5, Arden Harrison in lane 6. So what you will see is at the beginning of the race, you will see the lane overlay. You will see the lane overlay with the graphics. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, so we have a little different graphics package now. So bear with me here, folks. We're working on this in live, in real time. I'm working with a software. Okay, so folks, ready? Here we go. In the bottom right-hand corner, event and heat is right on the screen. It's going to always be on the screen. Event 33, heat 2. So the event and heat are always on the screen, right next to the scoreboard in the bottom right. So before every race, you will see the graphics overlays showing you what lane, what team, and the name of your swimmer. When they come to the wall, you'll see in the top left-hand corner, you will see the leader and their time, followed by the next 3, 4, 5 swimmers and how far they are behind. In the bottom right, you will see the event, which is the girls 12 and under 200 free, the event number, and the heat number. So we're really stepping up. The graphics package that you are seeing right now, and you'll see drawn on the screen when the swimmers come in here, and it looks like it's going to be Carolina Self. Let's take a look at this. Is the same graphics package that was used in the 2020 Olympics. Okay, so there's your graphics. There's your lineup for this race with logos. We are professional here, folks. We are rocking and rolling with a fantastic graphic package. I can't thank enough Dave from Streamline Aquatics. So Dave, the interesting backstory, as far as I know it, for the graphics package, Dave from Streamline Aquatics is the developer of this software. Dave is I believe he's an oncologist out in the Midwest. I forget what state Dave's in. And he has children that swim, and he does coding in his spare time. And that's how he actually developed these graphics programs, this graphics software that he sells to the networks. So ESPN, Fox, NBC, you name it. If there's swimming on TV and you see graphics on the screen, it's likely that he wrote the software. So I get connected in with him probably early last year after seeing another team down in Atlanta use these graphics. We kind of went back and forth. We did a trial during seniors, and here we go. This is actually the first meet that we are debuting it on the regular Gator level. We did our first meet that we used these was 2 weeks ago at Brown University, 3 weeks for the senior championships. It went awesome. So if you want to check that out, it's actually on our Gator page. So we think this is a gigantic upgrade to the broadcast. It certainly helps me that I don't necessarily always need to call out every single name and time, and I can try and weave other things in to the broadcast. Again, you'll see on the screen whatever the scoreboard sees in the building. So if your child has a soft touch on the wall, their name isn't going to show up. It's just like their time isn't going to show up on the scoreboard here. Renee Yu leading the way from Crimson in the middle of the pool. I'll get to all the comments in the live chat as well, but I hope everybody loves this, because this is, we talked about, I think it was Jeremy Hardison yesterday that guessed either instant replay or underwater camera, and I think this is better than either of those would be to really keep you all informed of what's going on. Again, all of the information is going to be right on your screen. Running clock in the bottom, the event, the heat. So Renee Yu's about to come in. Let's make sure she has a good touch. And there she goes. Renee Yu takes heat number 3, 3:00:39 for you. Close race for second, and it's Kershaw out touching Lundstrom. Woodsmall takes fourth. So you can see how the graphics are drawn as the swimmers touch. So here we go. We're moving into heat number 4. Ava Tower in lane 1, Dang in 2, Butler in 3, Croswell in 4, Dindinger in 5. That's Riley Dindinger. I actually had a little interaction with Riley's mother last night on Facebook. She got a sneak preview of the graphics because she was on the 13 and over session yesterday. So if you remember yesterday morning when we first started, I was a little disappointed that we didn't have the surprise. It was just one setting within the Daktronics, which is the scoreboard system that we had to change. Unfortunately, I was unable to change it during your session, the 12 and under session. I changed it at the break. We were good for the afternoon. So here we go. We are, I feel like this, I knew this group would love the graphics. Amelia Soden says the event number is everything. Yeah, it's tough, right? It's certainly tough when you're watching the live stream, and Paul, don't touch that. Nope, camera's on it. Oh, tape. Sorry. It's tough when I'm just calling them out, and you may not be paying attention for a second, and you may miss the event or the heat. So yeah, to have it on the screen and to have everything. Like you see in the top left right now, the times and the splits and how far the swimmers are behind or ahead is absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, and Adam, I agree. I'll tell you what, I have spoken to some collegiate programs. Obviously I'd like to take this thing a little beyond what I'm doing here, just on the club level. So, more to come on that in the future. As you see, Deng leading the way, Croswell and Butler 2 and 3. So top 3, 4 seconds apart right now. As Christine Deng, the 10-year-old from Gators, leading the way. She came in with a 2:59.50. There are some really cool things we can do with the graphics. I'll probably start getting into that during trials, finals meets, and championship meets. I'll give you a sneak preview into that shortly, but we're going to watch Christine Deng finish up here in lane 2. So Deng will take it, 2:46.58. Croswell takes second. Third place goes to Butler. So Deng, Croswell, Butler. 1, 2, 3 in that order. Once again, lane 1 at the bottom of your screen, lane 6 at the top. Soft touch there in lane 5. So I can probably, let me give you the lane lineup on this. Valeria Preet in lane 1, Maddie Mole in lane 2, Saina Joshi in 3, Emma Holland in 4, Briley Shea in 5, and Vivi Larrabee in 6. So I know you are all, I bet you 99.9% of everybody is very happy about this, but there's always a naysayer, right? If there's a one drawback that I could see a parent saying is, okay, well, when they come in and they touch the wall, great, their time's there. But then the next heat, the graphics are only there for a quick second before the race starts. That's really a tough thing to control, especially in a meet like this. This is rapid fire. So this is lightning warfare. It's back to back to back. In championship meets, there's a little more time between events. And really, it all depends. Ray is working the scoreboard today. So once the last, he can't advance to the next heat until the final swimmer touches. And you all know how quickly things happen here, right? So the last swimmer in the event touches the wall. I mean, the whistles are already blowing, and the next heat is up on the blocks. So you'll always get those graphic overlays right before the race. They may only be on the screen, though, for a second or two, which is fine, all right? I mean, you can see it. You can see the event number and the heat in the bottom right. Once they come in for that first 50 turn, you'll see their times in the top left-hand corner of the screen. I see Jason Lee checking in, and I know that's not Jason because Jaybird's over here with the clipboard. So that's Kat. Kat, this is the surprise I was talking about for you all. So I hope Hope everybody loves it here. Valeria Preet leading the way, followed by Joshi. So, the other thing, some of the different things that we can do as well with the on-screen graphics. Again, I would really need almost a third person, like a camera person, because we do have a winner overlay or a winner graphic. So the winning swimmer comes in, they touch the wall. If I have a camera person, they can go to that swimmer in the pool, zoom in. We can have a graphic on the bottom for that. As you see, Preet comes in, takes first. Joshi second. Looks like Emma Holland is going to take fourth. It was Larrabee who actually snuck into third there. So, like I said, so see the new, here we go. There's the graphics ready. It should switch over. There we go. Okay, so you're getting to see it a little longer right now because the officials held the swimmers. So, a quick lineup. Taylor Dewar in lane 1, Charlotte Erickson in 2, Alyssa Romanelli in 3, Avery Abreu in 4, Rachel Picro in 5, and Isabel Asen in lane 6. So, as I was talking about the capabilities of the software, there's the winner comes in, they touch the wall. If I have a camera person, I do have an extra camera. They can zoom in on them. We can go to that camera. We can hit a button, and their name will come across on the bottom of they call it lower thirds. So we'd have a lower third graphic with their name, their time, their club. So there's a lot of different things we can do in a meet like this that's so quick and rapid fire. There's not really an opportunity to do a lot of those things in a championship meet where there's not as many races and there's a little more time in between races. We'll definitely be able to do that again. This is going to be an evolution here. The software developer, Dave, has a lot of good ideas. Romanelli leading the way right now, followed by Dewar and Abreu. So 2.5 seconds separate the top three. Erickson in fourth place right now, 5.5 off the pace. So there's a lot of things that we can do with this. Some really cool things. The graphics are a game changer. I agree. So if you all remember, sometime last year I did a trial with a different company or a different software provider, and it was definitely hit or miss. It involved a much more complicated setup. Not that this is an easy setup, but essentially what we're doing is we're just taking all of the graphics. We're just taking all of the graphics from, or all of the information that's going to the scoreboard on the screen, and it's being translated in through software and put on your screen for you. So really exciting, definite game changer. Oh yeah, we're at the end here. We're certainly at the end. Alyssa Romanelli takes it. Avery Abreu almost snuck back. My own daughter's swimming, and I really wasn't even paying a lot of attention. Taylor Dewar takes third. So Romanelli, Abreu, Dewar, 1, 2, 3 in that order. So nice swimming there by the Crimson and the Gators. So I could talk about this stuff for days, obviously. I'm very excited about this. Mary Lee in lane 1, Claire Q in 2, Sasha Bagdasarian in 3, Georgia Davis in 4, Maddie Hardison in 5, and Avery Dunderdale in lane 6. So I'm going to get back to I'm going to go through the live chat once we get, let's see, do we have, oh yeah, we got 200s here. What else do we have? No 500s. Now here's a disclaimer, folks, okay? On the 25s, we do not have touch pads on the other side of the pool, Okay, so because we do not have touch pads, you will see the graphics be drawn for the swimmers when they're on the blocks, but when they finish, you're not going to get anything because we don't get anything. There's nothing on the scoreboard here when they touch. It's all manual timing. So if we did have touch pads on the other side of the pool, which we don't, then you would be able to see that. So on the 25s, you'll have the graphics that get drawn in the very beginning. And that's it. Obviously, I'll do my best to give you the winners. Bagdasarian leading the way right now, followed by Davis. Hardison tracking third right now, so your top three swimmers 3.5 seconds apart. You know, my goal certainly is to take this type of live streaming and make it mainstream in New England for New England swimming. Like I said, I was fortunate enough to do the senior championships at Brown. It was like 3.5 weeks ago. It was amazing, to say the least. And, you know, I'd like to be able to do this for all of New England Swimming's championship meets. Obviously, to do it for every meet with my obligations for Gators, you know, would be tough. But, you know, when you talk about regionals and silvers and age groups and any other championships meets that are hosted, I'd like to get to that point with New England Swimming for sure. So, a lot of stuff going on here. Bagdasarian will take it. So she's in lane 3. Bagdasarian takes first. Davis second. Dunderdale takes third. Hardison fourth. Q fifth. And Mary Lee takes sixth. So we'll move on to heat number 8. Kathleen Rossi in lane 1. Fiona Hughes in 2. Madeline Esposito in 3. Sherry Yee in 4. Samantha Ikabuchi in 5. And Haley Robbins in lane 6. So top time coming in here belongs to Esposito, 2:18.63. Pretty tight here. Ikabuchi leading the way. They're watching it down there. So Esposito, Ikabuchi, and Hughes, 1, 2, 3. Actually, Yee is tied with Hughes for third right now, a 2.25 off the pace. So pretty tight race here, with the exception of Esposito. So she's 12 years old from Crimson, came in with a 2:18.63. We'll take a look at what her lead is. She's a 1:05.20 at the halfway point. Hughes a little under 3 seconds behind. Ikabuchi in third. So our top 3 swimmers 3 seconds apart right now, but it is Esposito leading the way, 1:05.20. As she'll come in for her 150. So, again, I do have... Now I need Rowdy Gaines to do the color commentary. I know. Again, I know there's a lot of you who have jumped in on the live chat. Listen, we're up to 160. We had 187 yesterday, folks. So we got to get over 200. This was the group I was confident was going to get over 200. Bring a friend. It's not too late. We got probably 3 hours left. Get that link out. Gator Swim Club Seekonk. Go to that YouTube page. Subscribe. We got a lot of cool things coming. So Esposito's going to take it. 2:16.93. Fiona Hughes will move up into second. 2:20.29. Robbins takes third. We'll move into our 9th and final heat. Rosie Pan in lane 1, Eliana Lamb in 2, Reese Gravlin in 3, Sarah Zhang in lane 4, Nico Wienert in 5, and Anna Pena in lane 6. So I appreciate everybody's comments here as I scroll up and see it. And it allows me to do things like this. I can look at the live chat. I don't have to actually talk about every single thing that's going on in the pool. You see it. You know the times. Zhang, Pena, Gravlin, 1, 2, 3 right now, a second apart. So very tight at the top. And there are just so many comments, I'm going to have to go back and read them maybe after the session. Believe it or not, after every race, after every meet, I'll go home tonight, literally, and while, we're watching TV, I'll have it up on my iPad listening, and I'll, listen back, watch back, always looking to try and make improvements. I've gotten accustomed to hearing my voice. I hate hearing my voice, as I'm sure many people do. They don't like the sound of their own voice. Zhang still leading the way. Gravlin moves up into second, Lamb third. So 50 to go here. Let's see if Gravlin can sneak into that top spot. Zhang looking really strong here. So Sarah Zhang, 11 years old, Gators North, 206.48 she came in. Gravlin trying to make a move here in lane 3, but here comes Lamb in lane 2. So Zhang takes it. Lamb takes second, Gravlin third. Pan will take fourth, Wiener fifth, and it is Anna Pena taking sixth. So now we'll move into event 34. It's the boys 12 and under 200-yard freestyle. This is heat 1. 3 swimmers here. Mikey Lee in lane 4. Actually, in order, Alexander Kazakov in 2, Finn Hurley in 3, Mikey Lee in lane 4. So Mikey Lee leading the way for a lot of these younger kids. So Kazakov 7, Hurley is 9, Mikey Lee is 8. For a lot of these younger kids, first time swimming, maybe a 200. So definitely a long swim, especially a long swim to start out the morning. So I know in particular my daughter, Avery, is swimming 5 events today. And to start off with a 200 is a little bit daunting for some of the kids. Obviously, nutrition, staying hydrated, staying stretched out, getting a good warm-up and cool-down in always helps. Mikey Lee continuing to lead the way here. So Lee, Hurley, Kazakov, 1, 2, 3 in that order. The Lee family with 3 swimmers here this morning. Mikey, Betsy, and Mary. We've seen Mary swim already in the 200 freestyle. So getting back to the Patriots, folks. Tough one last night. Very tough. I don't think I've ever seen a Patriots team get demolished like that since, I really don't know. Actually, the last game I remember them getting demolished like that was actually in Buffalo. It was opening day when Lawyer Malloy went to the Bills. And the Patriots got destroyed. That was about 10 years ago. But very, very tough showing for the Patriots. But, hey, if there are any Bills fans out here on the broadcast, and there probably could be, congratulations. Finn Hurley has now moved into first. So you see Finn in lane 3. He's from Gators, middle of the pool. He's got the yellow cap on going from right to left right now. Amazing camera work by my partner, Chris Mannion. So Mikey Lee was in the lead for most of this race. Finn Hurley has come from behind, and it will be Finn Hurley who takes our opening heat on the boys' side. Finn Hurley had a soft touch. So see, there's an example of what happens. Finn did not touch the wall to register with the touch pads, and Mikey Lee did. That doesn't mean Mikey Lee came in first. He still came in second, and that's why we have manual timers to record the times in case that happens. So, Finn Hurley, your Heat 1 winner. And there was sort of a soft touch by Kazakov as well. But Finn Hurley, your Heat 1 winner. We'll move on to Heat number 2. Luka Samirsky in lane 1, Eden Kent in 2, Edward Jung in 3, Andre Samirsky in 4, Tate Rockland in 5, and Connor Mannion in lane 6. Ruben's volunteering to do color commentary. Yeah, Stephanie says it's Tom Brady time now. Yeah, you know what? I think when the Patriots aren't in January and February football, which doesn't happen too often, although I think it could start happening a little more than we've seen over the past few years. Samirsky leading the way in 1, so the Samirsky twins 1 and 2 right now, followed by Jung, so all crimson at the top. I think the Bengals, I'm going to be rooting for the Bengals. Very exciting game yesterday, young team. That game with the Raiders came down to the last play yesterday, so taking my my rooting over to the Bengals now. I mean, the Bucks and Brady, yeah, I love Brady, but I'd like to see the Bengals win. Samirsky twins still leading the way here. Luka in 1, Andre in 4. Edward Jung holding tight, though, in 3rd place. So the Samirskys are in lanes 1 and 4. Edward Jung in lane 3. So just to give you... I agree, Woody. Just to give you some info on the nuances of the graphics. So when the first swimmer comes into touch here, you'll notice their time in the top left, and then it will show the rest of them. But in the bottom right above the scoreboard, it'll show you where they are in the race. So we're at the 150-yard mark right now. That'll display for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then when the times go away in the top left, that goes away. So in case you're ever wondering in a long-distance race where we are in the race, you'll always be able to tell because every 50 that the leader comes in, and as they come in, you'll see those names and times in the top left along with the yardage on the bottom right. So Andre Samirsky here finishing up 251.93. The timers were a little asleep at the wheel there. Fortunately, he had a good touch. Luka Samirsky takes 2nd. Edward Jung will take 3rd. So see, Edward had a soft touch there. What a lot of the swimmers do when they come in on that last stroke, instead of touching the wall, they touch the top. They grab the top of the gutter, and that doesn't register on the scoreboard. So now you have a full primer and education on soft touches and all of that stuff as we move into heat number 3. Connor Mannion will finish up here in lane 6. Soft touch for Mannion. Neil Cambatacone in 1, Ryan Cahoy in 2, James Esposito in 3, Carter Trin in 4, Austin Shen in 5, Colin Wallace in lane 6. James Esposito, the 9-year-old from Crimson, comes in with the top time, 2:52.89, but it's Ryan Cahoy leading the way early. So good start for Cahoy. Swimming out of lane 2. He's got an almost 2-second lead on Esposito. Shen in 3rd, Trin in 4th right now. Our next improvement to the broadcast. So typically, the swim clubs and any organizations that are using this software typically go 2 cameras. They have the camera at the start, as you watch Ryan Cahoy continuing to lead the way at the halfway point. So Cahoy looking strong, as is Esposito. They're out in front. Wallace running 3rd, Trin 4th. We do the 3 cameras, right? So we have a start end, we have a turn end. We kind of have that middle camera, but it's not quite middle. We're working on getting a camera situated at the center of the pool to give you that wide shot of the whole pool. And where that comes in handy is exactly a race like this. So the swimmers are very spread out right now. And you can only cover so many at once. We always try and stay with the leader, who is Ryan Cahoy, in lane 2, followed by Esposito in 3, Shen in 5. Being able to go to a wide shot. We're in a wide shot now, but as you can see, it doesn't cover the whole pool. So we're working on a couple things there. I mean, I think we could leave it exactly how it is and everybody would be perfectly content. But, you know, we're always trying to improve and make it better. You know, trial and error. We've done some things that... So Cahoy finishes up 2:41.24. One of the things with the graphics, right, is... Once that first swimmer comes in and touches the wall, we really have to stay on that start camera because those graphics stay on the screen. So if we moved to another camera, it would look weird with those graphics over it. You know, again, there is a manual way to do that differently, but we're a low budget operation here, you know. So we don't have a whole production team. I wish we did, but... So we'll move on to heat number 4. Ben Woody Woodsmall in lane 1. Kai Hukkinen in 2. Slamming Sammy Howes in lane 3. Zach Pattinson in 4. Andrew Q in 5. Ethan Bushinsky in lane 6. If Tom Howes is out there on the live stream, eat your heart out, Tom, with these graphics. Tom is Sammy's dad. He is a video production and editing whiz. For those of you who know the Howes family and are friends with them, with Jane on Facebook, usually Tom will go ahead and put some, you know, cut the graphics up or cut the video up and do like a highlight video of Sam. Sam actually made a age group cut yesterday, and Tom had some graphics overlays and things of that nature. So I know Tom is definitely enjoying this, and he's enjoying Slam and Sammy right now in the lead in lane 3. Looking extremely strong. Q and Bushinsky running second and third. So Howes at the halfway point, 1:14.59. He's got a 4.5 second lead over Q and Bushinsky. Hukkinen running third. Woodsmall running fourth right now. So the diminutive Howes has the heart of a lion here. Sam Howes has had a fantastic year. Had a fantastic 2021 swimming, really began to come into his own. And he's continuing that streak into the new year. He'll come in for his 150, so 156.06. Looks like he's built up and increased that 4-second lead he had. He has 7.5 seconds on Bushinsky, so Bushinsky has moved into second, Q third. So Ethan Bushinsky, the 9-year-old, our youngest swimmer in this heat, 9 years old from Crimson, swimming out of lane 6. He's moved into second. No one's going to catch Slam and Sammy, though, so Sam Howes will be your Heat 4 winner. $234.80 for Howes. Bushinsky will take second. $243.84. Q will take third. $246.65. So those are your top three. We'll move into heat number 5. Jason McLaughlin in lane 1, Lucas Dew in 2, Liam Hauser in 3, Joseph LaPlante in 4, Paul Dolan the 3rd in lane 5, and Teddy Chiesa in lane 6. Swimmers are pretty tightly bunched here. Early on, Lucas Dew and Liam Hauser at the top. It is Hauser who touches first. Top 5 swimmers just a second apart. Hauser, Dew, Dolan, McLaughlin, LaPlante. Those are your top 5 right now. But really, when you take a look at where everyone is in the pool, pretty tight bunch. Hauser looks to still be in the lead ever so slightly over Lucas Dew. Let's see where they are at the turn here, and it is Hauser, followed by LaPlante. So Hauser, LaPlante, Dew, top 3 are within a second of each other at the 100-yard mark, so halfway through. 1:13.02 the time for Hauser. And again, these lanes 2, 3, and 4, Hauser, LaPlante, and Dew. I don't think there's any change to that order, and there is. Paul Dolan the 3rd is now moved up into 3rd. Dew drops down to 5th. Chiesa has moved up into 4th. So 50 to go here, shaping up to be a good finish. Liam Hauser has led the way most of the time here. 12 years old from Crimson, 2:33.92 was his time coming in. So Hauser and LaPlante, stroke for stroke. Who's going to touch first at the end? And it will be LaPlante coming all the way back. Out touches Hauser. Chiesa takes 3rd, Dolan 4th. So great comeback there by Joseph LaPlante for your Heat 5 winner. We'll move into Heat number 6 of 7. Brandon Suckerman in lane 1, Mason Dindinger in 2, Jonathan Lee in 3, Enzo Santos in 4, Noah Wilt in 5, and Evan Frechette in lane 6. Top time coming in belongs to Jonathan Lee, 2:22.82. It's Santos in lane 4, leading the way early though. Suckerman right with him in lane 1. Let's see who touches first, and it is actually Suckerman at the 50. Suckerman, Santos, Lee separated by 4/10, so very tight swimming lanes 1, 3, and 4 right now. And it looks like Suckerman in lane 1 has extended that lead ever so slightly. 12 years old from Crimson, came in with a 2:29.77, and it is Suckerman leading the way, followed by Lee and Santos. So those are your top 3. Dindinger is in 4th right now, swimming on a lane 2. Mason Dindinger came in with a 2:29.40. So Santos and Lee, that's where the battle is, with Suckerman there as well. Suckerman's leading the way still at the 150 mark, and he's got about a half of a body length lead now. He's extended that lead over Lee to almost a full second, a second and a quarter over Santos. So Brandon Suckerman looking good right now with 50 to go in lane 1. We're inching up closer to 200, folks. 182. 18 more people, and we break that 200 mark. So Brandon Suckerman will take heat number 6. 2:17.20. It's Santos who moves into second. Lee takes third. So nice swim by Suckerman. He drops 12 seconds off his time, and it'll take us to our 7th and final heat. Ben Cox in lane 1, Joey Eady in 2, Kian Grebar in 3, Dylan Belair in 4, Jack Ablandi in 5, and Owen Kawhi in lane 6. So similar to yesterday, Kian Grebar is out early. We saw Kian win multiple events yesterday. Grebar, Belair, and Eady are your top 3 right now. Grebar is the 12-year-old from Crimson. He comes in with a 2:00.10, so he's looking to break that elusive 2-minute mark. He's out on pace to do it, 57.18 at the halfway point. Belair and Eady running 2nd and 3rd right now. So let's see if Grebar can keep that pace up. Again, he's looking to break 2 minutes. 127.97, so it's going to be very close. He's got almost a 5-second lead over Belair and 7.5 over Eady, so those are your top 3. So it's going to be very close here. Let's see if Grebar can break 2 minutes. He's at 154 right now. It looks like he's going to do it. And Kian Grebar goes 157.80. So a 3-second time drop. He is your winner of Heat 7. Belair takes 2nd, Eady 3rd. Outstanding performance there by Grebar, going sub 2 minutes. Now, folks, this is where we will move into the 25s. 2 events of 25s. This is event 37. Girls 8 and under, 25-yard freestyle. So you can see the graphics right now. They're already drawn for the swimmers and where they are. However, when they touch on the far end, you're not going to get anything. Just like we won't have anything on the scoreboard either. Again, Seekonk was just not built for touchpads on the far end. There's no electronics connections. So there we go. What are you going to do? Yeah, we're low budget. My partner says, oh, we can probably, they can probably do it. Well, yeah. They can probably spend, it probably costs like $100,000 to do. So the timers are making their way down to the shallow end of the pool. Event 37, Heat 1. This is the girls' 8 and under, 25-yard freestyle. Okay, we're over 190. 9 more viewers to get to 200. All right, so we're in. We're in and racing here, folks. And it looks like it's Betsy Lee in lane 2, but here comes DeLuca and Soden. I got to watch the camera on this to actually tell who wins. So it looks like it's DeLuca and Soden, and it is DeLuca in 3, Soden in 4, and Chen in 5. So it went in that order. And Betsy Lee thinks we're swimming more than a 25. Betsy Lee has made the turn here. Betsy Lee has made the turn and is heading for home. I don't... That Betsy, she is rocking and rolling. They're going to tell her that, Betsy, you're done. She looks around. So Betsy Lee swam she was the only swimmer to swim a 50 in the 25-yard freestyle. Nice work, Betsy. We'll move into Heat 2. Again, 191 viewers. We need 9 more, folks. Get that link out. We want to break 200 for this session. Let's take a look at. So it looks so in lane 4, that's Caroline Richards. Oh, close one. Too close to call. Caroline Richards, Arden Harrison, both from Gators, both 7 years old. Almost a simultaneous touch there. So check Meet Mobile for those official times. But we'll move back